the Caveman!
Wearable seems to be like a very hot thing now. Like everybody has like a watch.
Correct.
And mostly it's like a digital watch.
Correct.
And
hey,
usually,
I'm not wearing mine.
oh,
Okay.
yeah, but you do have, right?
Yes,
and you do
I'm
see
wearing
like a lot of people around. They usually have like a digital watch. And what usually this digital watch, right, they come with is like heart rate sensors and things like that.
Yeah.
So it's a bit like they have like a fitness tracker kind of thing, as well as like other like accessory stuff. Like you can use it to pay, use it for like MRT and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Quite convenient.
Yeah, it's quite convenient.
What's
Yes.
yours?
I'm currently using the
Garmin something.
yeah, basically the one to run one. Yeah, the
Mine
one.
is also a Forerunner.
Yeah, Forerunner. Yeah, Forerunner 55. Yeah, Forerunner
Mine
55.
is a Garmin Vivo Active.
Yeah. You see, it's like they all have like this kind of like fitness function, right?
Yeah.
Do you use it to track your health and fitness using like the like data you can see, for example, like heart rate monitoring, your steps count,
Right.
yeah, and things like that?
I got use it. I actually, it's weird. I'm not wearing it now because usually I wear. Even at night I also got wear. Like when I sleep, I got wear also.
Okay.
Because there is this function for Garmin specifically, is the body battery function. Right. I'm not sure if other smartwatches have it. Because I don't have it. But the body battery one, I like to use it as like a gauge of well I sleep. Yeah.
How I rested.
Something like that. And I also use it to track, like, for example, my stress level. So Garmin also has this feature. It's like the stress level, right?
Okay.
Which is quite interesting because I don't know how they do it. Like how they detect that I'm stressed, which is a bit scary. I don't know what kind of science is going behind that.
Okay.
Yeah. But in terms of like my own personal experience, right? I find it useful, to a certain extent, right? But I feel that the more I use it, right, I tend to have like this unhealthy habit of like, trying to keep making my stress score low. You know what I mean?
Also, basically, you become like a game of chasing numbers.
Something like that lah. It's like, I see myself stressed and like, oh shit, am I really stressed? You know?
Also, you're in doubt because you're not sure anymore. Because
Because
you
sometimes
always
when I can be like just chilling watching show, right? Then I just maybe I check my watch. Then they say I moderately stressed. Oh, really? Moderately stressed. Then how's your
So basically, you don't feel stressed, but somehow your watch is saying that you are feeling stressed.
I guess.
Okay.
As for like the body battery thing, sometimes it's accurate, sometimes I don't think it's very accurate. Like for example, today, right, I woke up, my body battery was 100, right? But I didn't sleep very well yesterday night. Like it took quite a while to fall asleep. But I woke up, I feel rested. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe that's what's correct lah.
Maybe it's correct. Yeah, but I sleep like not very long, like not like 7 hours, that kind. But I feel refreshed, yeah. And the body battery is 100, yeah. Which is I don't know.
Somewhat accurate, I guess.
Somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
I don't know. But sometimes I sleep for 8-9 hours, my body battery is only 70 when I wake up.
Maybe that's why, like, but then when you wake up, do you feel as energized?
That's the thing.
compared to
I don't
6
know.
hours?
So when I wake up at 70, right, then my mind will think, oh, am I really tired? So it's like a placebo effect, you know.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on.
I see.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like there's certain functions that they can detect, like you're doing this certain exercise. For example, you're cycling.
Oh yeah.
You're cycling and then you are like gymming perhaps. Yeah, I know like different watches have different functions.
Right.
Yeah, do you ever use it?
When I was trying to run that time, right, like they have this like running feature that they can detect the GPS and that kind of stuff. But I realized that it takes very long to set up.
I'm not really sure because usually I know it takes a bit longer. So when I was going to run, right, I will set it up
beforehand, right?
Yeah,
beforehand. I tried.
And the thing is that I also connect it with an app. Like the Then I think it makes it much faster, as well as it can kind of like detect the start, because I think my phone, I think the GPS always on. I think for a particular app, so that's why I think it tracks faster.
But do you think like all these features are useful for you?
Okay, I think it was a nice feature when I was running a lot back then. Yeah, because sometimes maybe you don't want to bring a phone. You can still track and connect it. Yeah, but I guess after a while, I mean, I will kind of always bring my phone even when I run, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so technically I don't really need this feature.
But how about like your heart rate, like the body battery, all that kind of stuff?
I mean, for this kind of heart rate thing, right? When I run, I can't really control it. I mean, I would prefer, like, even if I know, right, I don't think I can control it. It's just like I know, lor. I guess
I mean, you can use it as to track your progress, I guess.
Yeah, you can use it to track your progress.
So like now you're at 120, then maybe next time you're gonna be at 110 or something like that.
Yeah, correct. When you're doing a stressful activity to show
yeah.
like you have improved through like analytics, I guess.
But other stuff like your body battery or others, I think like you should take it with a pinch of salt. Like just because they say you are low battery doesn't mean you're actually low battery.
Yeah, because you got played by it, right?
Yeah.
Do you think is it actually useful, like, to help you stay healthy?
To help me stay healthy,
Yeah.
I guess it's a good supplement. But if you ask me if can I live without it, I think I can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't necessarily need to know what my heart rate is all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Or how many steps I walk, all that kind of stuff. It's good to know lah. Doesn't mean that you must know lah.
Okay.
Right, but it definitely got help. Especially like let's say if you are a student and you are considering getting all this kind of stuff, I think what the government issue that active healthy 365 that national steps tracker that's free. I think that's good enough.
Okay.
Yeah, because when it comes down to it, it has all the basic features. Like you can tell how many steps you walk, right? Heart rate, I'm not sure.
I think it does. I think
it does. Yeah, and it's free. That's the most important thing.
Okay.
It's free, right? So as a student, or as a person who may not have a lot of money and you want to have access to all this kind of stuff, just get the free one lah.
Wait. Okay. Now we talk about free stuff and you talk about the government. Do you know that they have an implementation, like a recent implementation after we left the army? Basically, my brother is in NS, and then during BMT, what happens is that everybody gets a smartwatch.
Huh? Everybody got smartwatch in army now.
If I'm not wrong, I think the brand is Garmin.
Huh?
And I think if I'm not wrong, I was a bit salty. Yeah. Since you talk about it, right? I was a bit salty.
what?
Yeah. So basically, his watch, right, is better than mine. It's more expensive.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I forgot what's the exact model. But
No. Spoil how?
Oh, this I don't know.
Spoil? Wow.
I don't know.
Kena charge.
I don't know about that, but like they give everybody, and they said that it is part of the implementation such that they use it to track their fitness. Like in NS, like different people have different like fitness level.
Yeah, correct.
And they don't want them to push to them too hard.
Correct.
Based on like what like the watchers say.
Okay.
So I guess it's like kind of like safety as well as like how to gauge performance.
Okay.
Yeah. So I think this is why it was given to everybody. And at first I thought it was like you kind of like borrow it, lending it. But no, my brother said
you can take it.
Yeah, it's yours. It's yours. How do you feel? Okay, wait. How do you feel first? You didn't know about this, right?
I didn't know.
Yeah, you
Well,
just
now
mentioned about it.
I feel that nowadays the people who serve NS quite good life
Not bad lah.
Now I sound like those old uncle that complain, back in my time it was so tough. No lah, but it's like it's a good progression lah. Like not only now you got this recruit pay also higher now.
Yes.
Right? Like now it's like what 800 or 700.
They increased so much.
800 plus.
Wow. Okay.
Right? And then now you get this watch for free. Wow. It's actually it's good.
It's good, but you don't get it. Imagine if you're one.
Yeah,
if I'm not wrong, right? I think it's like 1 year later, like our batch, then you get.
But if you ask me to go back in time to serve army 1 more year to get this, I rather not lah. Just rather faster zao. Just for a watch, no need lah.
No lah, but it could have been yours, Like,
could have been mine.
yeah.
Yes, I get it. No, so I have a question. So let's say if you say based on the activity level, right? So let's say you and I, we are both in the same platoon, same section. Both of us have the same watch, but let's say you are fitter than me. So and then both of us go for a 5 km run that is programmed by the army. So what? Maybe if you're fitter than me, you can continue. What if I say at the 4 kilometer mark, my watch say already very tired already. Can I stop?
Okay, to be honest, I don't really know how they really implement this, but maybe they were. If I'm not wrong, right? If I didn't remember wrongly, right? They usually have runs and then they have like different levels. They group you in different.
Yes. And maybe they use the watch to help you.
Yeah, correct. As well as like correct. Because you don't know like whether if that person is trying, and as well as like the person is gonna die. Because like some people when they die, right, you can't really tell from their face. Some you can tell, but some you cannot tell. And
It's
that's
quite useful. Yeah.
yeah, and that's where accident happens.
Highly support. Good job, Singapore. Giving Garmin watches.
Approved by Caleb.
Yeah, good job. Very good. I approve.
To be honest, when my brother talked about this, right, I was like, wow, it's actually a good implementation. But at the same time, I'm just salty, lah. Like why didn't you give me the one? Why didn't you implement it earlier?
It sounds like, nowadays schools they give tablet.
iPad, yes.
Yeah, so it's like the same thing, lah.
Yeah,
it's
so
like giving all these like
integrating tech into everything,
which is a good thing, lah. Just that salty is not in our generation.
Yes, correct. Yes. Based on like what you know, right? What would you look out for as well as like maybe we can do it like some kind of like analysis of like how
I choose a tracker?
Yeah, how will you feel? Yeah, based on like your based on what they have as well as like how much you're willing to pay for it and why.
Right. Okay, all this it boils down to like how much money I earn first.
Okay, makes sense.
How much money I earn first? What do I need at this current point in time, lah?
Okay.
Right. So let's say what?
Let's talk about maybe the most basic one. We do a comparison.
Most basic one, I would highly recommend the government gift.
So basically free lah.
Free, good enough.
And then it's good enough for everyone.
The only downside to that, right, that I can think of lah. Okay.
Ugly.
Yeah.
Ugly. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's the only downside I can think of.
Yeah, but I can think about it as like whenever you exercise you wear lor. Then whenever you go outside, you just wear your other watches or all the other expensive watches. Just meant for exercise.
Yeah lor.
Which I think makes sense ah.
Makes sense, man. A tracker is for it's a fitness tracker.
Okay. Then what if something that you would take out of your own pocket money and you're willing to buy? What features must it have as well as like what is the cost?
First, a bit more shallow is has to look nicer lah. Right.
Okay, makes sense.
To look nicer. I'm paying more money for it. Next, I would pay for more features. For example, the body battery thing, the sleep score thing. Even though accuracy aside, I think having something like that,
you would like it to see.
I would like to see lah.
Yeah. Okay.
Stress level, being able to count your rest time when you go to gym. All these the government give one don't have lah. Right, so all these I would pay extra for it.
So basically for your convenience in a sense.
Correct.
It's like what you want.
Basically you're paying for convenience, but you're paying for more features that gives you greater convenience and greater ease of mind.
Okay.
As for price range, it really depends on
how much you earn. Okay, assuming 5K.
5K, I don't mind getting a high-end watch already because...
How much is a high-end watch then?
I think the highest end that I saw... Okay, I just put aside the Apple Watch. The Apple Watch is on a league of its own, okay?
Okay.
Garmin has the highest end one is probably 1,000.
Yes, I think so, around there.
Around 1,000. Yeah, and it looks pretty good. It looks like a can go out kind.
Oh yes, yeah.
Like it's quite masculine watch.
Yes, it's $1,000.
Yeah, it's $1,000. But whether or not you need that is a different thing lah. Right? 5K, 1K out of 5K, that's 20% of my income.
Yeah. Okay.
Maybe I would consider lah.
Okay, to be honest, right, if you put in my shoes, right, and given the same situation, I'll buy it with more confidence. Like why? Because I believe, right.
You'll buy the 1K one before?
Yeah, I'll buy 1K, yeah. Without like much thinking, because what I believe, right, because I've been using the Garmin watch and it seems to be quite durable.
That was what I wanted to say also. It's because it lasts 3 years, right? Imagine the 1K one can probably last 3-4 years also.
Yes, correct.
Yeah,
and I guess the only thing, okay, not the shit on Garmin, but like the accessories, like the straps and everything has to be like better lah. If I were to buy I assume that if I buy a better watch, the straps will be better and everything. I will assume that if I pay more like discount accessories, please give extra. If not, do it better, you know.
But I think a misconception is that you cannot compare a smartwatch or fitness tracker to a watch, like an actual watch, because an actual watch, like if you're talking about those like Rolex, Seiko, all this kind, right? Those last forever.
Oh, you mean
those can last forever. Automatic watches, they can last forever.
Yes.
It's completely different. You shouldn't compare these two together. It's like completely different. Apple Orange.
Oh yes. Yeah. Okay.
Even if the battery operator on is still different. It serves a completely different function. To me, a smartwatch is a watch. A watch is just to tell the time. A smartwatch telling the time is one of the features it has.
Yes.
Yeah.
Basically, it's like some multi-purpose, multi-feature
Yes.
kind of thing. Whereas like
Yes.
like the Rolex,
The Rolex
watch,
is
just one
status,
and
and tell the time.
yeah, no, I think it's more on status, honestly. I think it's
yeah.
more on status,
Yeah.
Really, it's just more on status. Because you can buy it, there's so many other brands for like different watches. But Rolex, why do everybody know Rolex? It's a status.
Yeah.
And then basically, if you buy a Rolex, you know, like the guy is rich, like the
Yeah.
guy is like
So you cannot compare these two.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel you cannot compare. Yeah, so we're looking out for watch for a smartwatch. I would look at first the features it has, see the brand, see if it's a reputable brand.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't go for those that I never hear before.
Okay.
Yeah, because there are a few brands that you confirm hear before.
Yes, correct. I think
Okay.
quality is important,
Quality
right?
is important. Yeah, so this is one of those things that I say you shouldn't cop out on the cheaper one.
Yeah.
Like, just go and get the one that is quality, a bit more expensive.
Because if you're thinking about more long term, but if you want,
Yeah.
if you want to change like your watch more regularly, then go ahead lah.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
And also because the cheaper one, you may not be guaranteed about the accuracy of its features also. So it like, maybe you can tell your heart rate, but freaking tell your heart rate is 200 or something. like nonsense,
That's a bit too much, right? That's a bit too much, right?
yeah, all those kind of stuff. Yeah.